Hi, back with a new vlog. We have so much exciting stuff going on this week. I'm super happy to be kicking off a new vlog. Something else that's new are my new glasses. I'm in the Trader Joe's parking lot and I'm about to run in and grab some things for hosting book club tomorrow, which I'm so pumped about. I just got my glasses and contacts prescription updated last week. And I ordered new contacts, but they accidentally sent them to like an old address on file for me instead of my current address. So we're rocking the glasses, but it was perfect timing because I just got these in from Pair Eyewear. Pair Eyewear offers top quality, customizable blue light and prescription glasses that can literally fit every single unique style. I love that I'm able to customize my prescription glasses, and I was able to add a blue light filtering. As y'all know, I'm literally always on my computer or on my phone as a content creator. In my last pair of glasses, I didn't have that. But the way it works is you choose a base frame. I have the Murphy and the color tortoise, and I just love tortoise glasses. I think they're a great neutral color, but still add a little bit of something fun. They're more of a square style, and I personally love square style on my face shape. So this is the base frame I chose, and then I've got this cutie little case that holds my other top frames that I chose that helped me to customize my look in literally a second. And as I was driving over here, I had on the gold reflective sun top frame. Reflective sunglasses are just my favorite. I always loved them in college, and I love the gold. As you can see, they're super thin and they just literally pop right into place. They have so many different fun colors, but I've just been like so into purple lately. I also got the plum top frame, which is so fun if I'm wanting to kind of wear my glasses as an accessory. I also have the black top frames if I'm wanting another neutral option. I'm literally getting 4 pairs of glasses in one. My eye doctor was really encouraging me to not be so reliant on my contacts and wear my glasses more, but I wasn't able to wear my last pair because the prescription was outdated. They have so many different fun colors, patterns, and styles. I used the virtual try-on feature when I was getting these to figure out which pair I wanted. I love that they have a virtual try-on so you can really make sure you're getting a pair that you really love. You can find which style works best for you. Check out Pair Eyewear at the link in my description box and use the code Asselin15 to get 15% off your first pair frame. Thank you so much to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to check them out at the link in my description box and take advantage of my 15% off code for you guys. From Trader Joe's and doing our HEB curbside pickup. We have spent so much money on groceries the last like 2 weeks because we hosted this past weekend for just like watching football on Saturday with some of our family, but honestly we ended up like wasting a lot of food, I feel like, and I'm really nervous that that's going to be the case tomorrow for book club too, that I like bought too much, but I didn't want to like not have enough. So I'm gonna tell everyone to come hungry. Traditionally, whoever's hosting will have like finger type foods, and it's usually like themed from the book we're reading. So y'all will see what I make tomorrow, but I'm doing like a cheese board on top of that, and I have like frozen pizzas because those are cheap and easy and filling, and like I know I'm gonna want dinner, so like I'm not gonna make myself dinner before book club, clean it up, and then have book club. Like I want to be able to eat what I'm eating at book club for dinner. So from Trader Joe's, I got these little brioche toast for the cheese board, the pumpkin and cranberry crisp for the cheese board, and the fig and olive crisp. I got some more olive oil just because we needed some more. And then I got fig butter for the cheese board, more of the Misfits cookie butter protein bars. I got a chopstick because I was just like really hungry and I was like, I need a quick snack, but I ended up not eating it in the HB parking lot, so I'm gonna eat it now, or once I'm done filming this. Another one of the fall Synergy kombuchas. I have a white and an orange pumpkin here already, but I wanted to add some to kind of the setup that I'm doing for book club, and these were like 79 cents. So I just got another white and another orange one. I got this bigger one. I already have one frozen pizza in the freezer, just that I bought a while ago that we haven't ate yet, from HEB, and then I'm also gonna make this one. And then for all of my cheeses, I did the blueberry vanilla goat cheese, which I have never had this, and the creamy Toscano cinnamon dusted cheese is like my favorite. I discovered this a couple years ago and I love pairing it with the pumpkin cranberry crisp. A light brie and the unexpected cheddar, which I've also never tried, but this is like supposed to be really good. I partially got this for me and partially for book club tomorrow. I'm gonna eat some of it probably today, like around lunch, but it's the 3-layer hummus. I haven't had it in a long time, but I really like it. I got some raspberries because I think I forgot to get some from HEB for my pickup order. This is new. I haven't had the brown sugar oat milk creamer in a while because I just have ended up loving other creamers more, but this is the cinnamon bun oat milk creamer. So I'm excited to try this because these are definitely really cheap, but obviously they're not that much creamer. I feel like I've been terrible about showing my outfits lately. Madewell t-shirt today and my Every Jewels charm necklace, Princess Polly purse. And my jeans are a Goldie, but I rented them for Nuuly. And then my black Princess Polly sandals because it's still so hot. I wanted to dress like cute for fall since yesterday was the first day of fall, but it's just not happening with these temperatures right now. really get any clips of me doing it because it was just like totally chaotic in the kitchen. Since Griffin's making his own meals and I'm also like making my own, we're just like using so many dishes and the counter space is all taken up. We're both trying to use the air fryer and the oven. But I just made some air fryer potatoes, some kind of crispy garlic green beans, and then I did some salmon. Salmon from the mango salsa salmon bowl recipe that I've cooked a few times. It's been a while since I cooked it, but I just used the seasoning. For one piece of salmon, it was a tablespoon of brown sugar, teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika, and then a half teaspoon of chili powder. And then you just mix all of that up with a little bit of olive oil and then rub it on the salmon. And then cook it at 475 for like 6 to 10 minutes. I had to get some content live for a brand earlier, so I wasn't really talking to you guys, and then I worked on getting the raw cuts edited for the vlog that I'm gonna upload Wednesday. So it's kind of been what this afternoon has looked like. But literally hosting book club tomorrow, and I still have like an hour and a half left in the book, so I have to finish that tonight because I feel like tomorrow I'm gonna be pretty busy with editing and then getting everything set up for book club, and I want to film setting up for book club for you guys and for short form content, so I'm gonna have to start on it early probably. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Went to Tap 45 this morning and I just showered and washed my hair. I have my quarterly meeting with my talent manager in an hour and 37 minutes. And I have, I think, just about that left in my book. So I need to finish it since book club is today. I was so tired when I was reading last night, so I really didn't get that much done in terms of reading because I was just so sleepy and I didn't want to stay up late reading. But yeah, I have an hour and 19 minutes left, so that's what I'm gonna be doing until the meeting. I'm just gonna eat this protein bar instead of having yogurt right now. I'm gonna have some yogurt later. I kind of need to run the Target and get a few things that I wanted to have for book club tonight, and we are out of dishwasher detergent, and I didn't realize that when I picked up our groceries yesterday. I need to mail a few things, but we're gonna have some slowness and peace to start the day off since I think the rest of this day is probably gonna get a little chaotic. Hey, that's so cute. I finished the book and I'll give you all my thoughts and stuff later. Overall, it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, but it was like a fun, cozy read. But I'm about to run the Target to grab just a few things really quickly, and I need to run and ship some things, but I might wait to do that till tomorrow because it's gonna take me like 30 minutes probably to get everything situated because some of it's Poshmark orders. So I might save that for tomorrow because Griffin wants me to mail some stuff for his passport for him as well. So I think I'm gonna push that to tomorrow. And I need to run into Total Wine to grab some brandy for the drink I'm making tonight. I had everything totally backwards and my call with my manager is actually at 2 o'clock and it's 12:52 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk Ella really quickly and then go and run these errands super fast. I'm just wearing my Skims Fits Everybody t-shirt and my Aerie yoga pants and my New Balances and then this little Princess Polly purse. I just ate a big yogurt bowl though to tie me over, and when I get home we gotta like hit the ground running with starting to decorate and everything, and I need to kind of see when I need to start making certain things. It's gonna be hard to like coordinate all the different cooking times and temperatures and everything. My new contacts did just get here, but I had found a pair last night in my travel bag, just like an extra rogue pair, so I wore those this morning to F45, but that's why I'm not wearing my glasses today. But I'm really trying to be better about taking my contacts off and like using my glasses in the evening to let my eyes rest, because my eye doctor was saying like I really need to do that and get in the habit of doing that. And then also like when I'm reading or if I'm like editing at my computer, to try and not have like my contacts in or be wearing glasses because I'm very nearsighted. Like I can see those things just fine, so I definitely need to get in a better habit of doing that. But let's go run these errands. Giving Rep TV. Guys, my Target is stacked and has wild berry, the new cherry cola, and orange cream, and like a ton of them, of the poppies, so had to get those. I'm back home. I got everything I needed except Target did not have something that they said they had in stock, and it was basically just like this plastic cauldron with a ladle for serving drinks, and I thought that was perfect because I'm making basically a big batch of like a sangria, but they didn't have it, so I'm probably just gonna figure something else out. But I think I'm going to start off with decorating. I'm obviously not gonna start cooking anything yet because it's only 2:30. I'm gonna decorate, I think, then make the dessert, which is gonna be a pumpkin pie dip that I made in college all the time, so if you've been around for a while, you've seen me make it. Also, I filmed a brand deal in my car for Chomps. I'm working with them on Instagram, and let me just say, this new, it's the smoky barbecue flavor that's new, 10 million out of 10. It is so freaking good. I literally texted Griffin right after I tried it because he opened the box the other day, literally as soon as they came in the mail because he was so excited to try it. And I texted him and I was like, holy freaking crap. That flavor is top tier. say so myself. Some of this stuff I thrifted and some of it's literally like dollar section. Like these were so cheap at H-E-B for a 6-pack. I think it was $2. And I thrifted some of these little bottles. I got these from Michael's for like, I think $1.50 for the whole setup, and I got 5 of them. And then I just have some like Trader Joe's cinnamon broomsticks. I have some Trader Joe's real pumpkins, and then these 2 like little runners are from Amazon, and they're both really cheap. And then so are these lights, but I'll link everything down below if you plan on having a little party and wanting to do drinking out of cauldrons for the drink. But it was like $35 to get a pack of like large enough cauldrons to drink out of. I think that would have been so cute, but I was like, I did not want to like go too crazy with this. I did order these off Amazon, which I think were $10, and they're just clear cups, and they have like a little witch hat on one side and then candles on the other. So I thought that was cute. I was originally gonna do like the purple and the orange and kind of like the spooky witch stuff, but that's not the vibe of the book at all. It's very cozy, and the magic in it and the witch stuff is very magical realism instead of like scary spooky witches. So that's why I went with this kind of vibe. I am gonna go ahead and make the dessert because that can be made in advance. And like I said, pumpkin pie dip. It's the easiest thing ever. You just need a container of Cool Whip, a can of pumpkin, and then a vanilla jello pudding mix. Literally just stir it all up and combine it together. And I also like to add in some pumpkin pie spice. I'm gonna serve it in this. I got this from Target years ago for like $5, but it's really cute and perfect for serving stuff like this. And I like to serve it with graham crackers and apple slices, but Nilla wafers are also really, really good with it. Does anybody else just like tuck their hair into their shirt when they don't have a hair tie on them? Just saying. I'm working on the sangria right now, and I wish I would have started it earlier so that like the fruit juices had longer to settle in with the wine. I got enough to double it because it is supposed to only make 4 glasses, but I don't know how big glasses we're talking, so I'm gonna just make 1 to start and see where that gets us. And I'm using my Casero del Diablo Malbec for this. I know that you can use different red wines, and the ones I've read to use for sangrias, I didn't have any of. Malbec is supposed to still be good though for sangria, so we'll see. I have no idea where our automatic wine opener is, but I know we have one. I just like cannot find it right now. So I'm doing this the hard way. And I'm pretty sure my wine opener is broken, if I remember correctly from the last time I tried to use it, so this should be interesting. I'm gonna need a bigger pitcher. I still have to add the rest of this and cranberry juice. Feeling a little bit of time crunch right now, and I'm making some chicken sausage bites. It's kind of like the vibe of eating little smokies, but with chicken sausage. I made it on Saturday when we hosted for football. I'm doing a fraction of the recipe though. I just did 1 pack of the 8L's apple chicken sausage, 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce, 1 to 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and then like a 1/2 tablespoon of maple syrup, and it comes out so good. I'm gonna throw 1 or 2 frozen pizzas in the oven. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make both or not yet. And then I need to make these little crescent roll witch hats still, so I'm kind of feeling the pressure of time. Still need to set up the cheese board and cut up apples for the dessert. Hopefully we'll get it all done. On Wednesday morning, and I am going to work on finishing up some editing for a vlog that I'm gonna have go up today or tomorrow. Been trying not to freak out about the hurricane that's in the Gulf right now. My parents live in Panama City Beach. That's where I grew up, which they're like on the west side of the path projected to go on, but they're like literally right on the outside of the cone. Anytime there's a hurricane that's like threatening either where I grew up and where my parents are or where I am, I like fixate on it, and I like can't stop checking for updates and everything. Even though I know the time that they update, I just like I'm always looking, and I need to like stop because it's just an unhealthy habit because I end up on my phone way too much. But anyways, book club last night was so much fun. It was definitely a lot of work setting it up and taking it down. I'm so thankful though that I took everything down last night and cleaned up. Like I cleaned all the dishes last night. I was like, I do not want to wake up to a mess. I wiped down the counters, all that good stuff. Took down the candles. They did the sticky part of the floating candles, took off the paint on the ceiling where I had them stuck, so that really sucked, but whatever, we can fix that, I guess. When I picked The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches to read, I didn't read a synopsis until like after I picked the book, which rookie mistake. Not that it was a bad book and that the premise of the book was bad. But I think I would have been able to gather from the synopsis that it maybe wasn't the best pick for a book club book, because for book club books, I think it's good to pick books that have, you know, more complexity to them and kind of deeper themes, and overall just more things to discuss, because this is truly just like a feel-good book and there's not much to it besides that. And that's kind of why I picked it, because I was like, oh, I think this will, one, be really cute to decorate for, which I love doing, which is why I was like so excited about it, and then two, I just thought it would be really good for getting in the mood for Halloween and everything, with it being right after the first day of fall. And the reviews on it were really, really good from everything I had seen, but this was the one book that I feel like everyone mutually agreed that it was just very average, like very meh. It was honestly 3 stars for me. I couldn't wait for it to be over. The first half of it I loved, but then the second half I was like, I just know everything that's gonna happen, I feel like, at this point. And there was a plot twist at the end, but it was just like so rushed and random. There were a good bit of like plot holes or storylines that were introduced and then nothing ever really came of them. The romance in it felt very forced, and it felt like I was reading a book rather than being in the book, and I hate that feeling. I think a large part of why I was very detached during my reading experience reading it is because I'm also reading Queen of Shadows, and I just really want to be reading that right now. I don't want to be reading, you know, a feel-good, cozy romance. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't. If you're looking for something that is just like a very easy, quick read that just is cozy, makes your heart feel fuzzy, it's a great book for that. In terms of it just having good discussion points and complexity, I just didn't really think it was there. My friend from my last job that I talk about hanging out with from time to time, she came to book club last night, which was really fun and exciting. I'm so glad she got to come. Everything turned out great. The sangria was really good. Food was great. And I think the book we're doing for October is going to be a true like horror thriller, and that will probably be my first time reading like a true horror thriller. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm just excited to get back into Queen of Shadows now, because I feel like Queen of Shadows is really, really picking up right now, and that's just what I've been thinking about reading. I have some short form content due to a brand today, and I worked on editing that on my phone while I was eating breakfast this morning. Then I have another reel that's due tomorrow that I need to edit, and then I need to start planning how I'm going to film for another reel for another brand. And then I have a phone screening at 1 o'clock, so also going to kind of try and briefly prepare for that, but I don't want to over prepare. I feel like every time I over prepare, it just makes me more anxious, so I just want to make sure I have my questions together. When I have phone interviews, I use questions on my computer in my notes, and then when I do like Zoom interviews, I write them down so I'm not having to like click through my computer. But this one's a phone, so I think I should have questions already, you know, pretty much prepared. Let's get to editing. Why do I do this to myself every time? I went on a walk with Ella, and it was literally so nice because it was super breezy out because there were some like nearby storms, so it just made it a little bit cooler. I got some planning done just for what I'm gonna do for some brand deal videos on short form content, and I'm about to crawl in the bed and read. It's about 9 o'clock. Been looking forward to this moment all day, but I figured while I got ready for bed and did my skincare, I could update you all on my like job hunt and interviewing situation. I really tried to take a step back from constantly sharing updates, because I feel like it's just one of those things that I think, protecting your peace, you can really just wait to share things until they've like happened instead of like constantly sharing them as they're happening. That's just kind of like what I've been wanting to do lately. So I've had interviews and stuff that I haven't told you all anything about yet, and just kind of waiting until I know the end result of something to share it with you all. And so I'm not like in every single vlog saying a new thing. But to update on the most recent situation, I have some interview tea and just job hunt tea. I applied to a job to be like a tax associate at a firm a while ago, and I heard back from them a few weeks ago, and then I had a phone screening interview, and it went really well, and we like moved really, really quickly. And I had my interview with one of the main tax people in their tax department, which was over Zoom, and that was last week, and it went so incredibly well. And I really was starting to, visualize myself there and really thought I was getting the job, honestly, and how fast they were moving me through the process. If everything would have happened the way it was going to, I would have gone through their entire 4-step interview process in the span of 5 business days. Everything went really well with my interview with the main tax person, and I 2 days later was supposed to go in person and do an in-person interview with one of the main people at the company. I was really nervous, but I was excited. I felt like it was, possibly a step in the right direction. And then the next morning, after I had my main interview and after my in-person interview had already been scheduled, I got an email saying they were going to no longer be continuing with me in the interview process, which just totally shocked me because I totally thought I had it in the bag from the way conversation had been going and just how we were vibing, and it shocked me. And I was in a really bad headspace last week towards the end of the week because I made the mistake of letting myself get attached to an outcome before I knew the outcome. So it hurt, and I just didn't really understand why it went from, oh, this seems like it's going really well, to, oh, it's not going to happen really fast. And I asked for insight on why they made the decision, because it was just so far off from where I thought we were at. I thought we were on the same page and everything in the second interview I had. And since I was so confused, I sent an email saying, this is helpful for me to know going forward, where I fell short here. I did tell them about me being on social media and being a content creator, and they took it really well. We're very open to it and about it. I really appreciated the transparency I received when I asked about what happened to the person I had interviewed with, because she gave me some really kind and honest words of they didn't think the firm was the right fit for me, which is just weird because normally I feel you hear the other way around where they're you're not a good fit for us. She ultimately just said that she sees in me somebody very entrepreneurial and someone very creative and not somebody that's tied to a tax desk, which I appreciated the honesty. And I know y'all are probably wait, I thought you weren't going back into tax. I don't fully know. I've applied to some tax positions because I am very open to doing it somewhere else, because I don't want to be so one-track minded that the only place I ever try it is at my previous firm. I know I can have a different experience elsewhere, but ultimately when I did leave my last job, I really didn't want to ever go through true busy seasons again. And that's kind of why I didn't really want to go back into tax. But after a lot of reflecting, I think that working in tax, if I work somewhere else where, I can have a better work-life balance, even if I do have to endure busy seasons, that it's something that I think will ultimately help me in the long run with my career goals. And it still does align with my career goals if I do tax. And whether I go into more of a corporate accounting or a financial analyst role, which is the things I've mainly been applying to, or whether I'd go into a tax role, which I've done a few applications for, both really do align with my ultimate long-term career goals. At this point, I'm just trying to be very particular and intentional with finding the place that's the right fit for me, because ideally wherever I go is where I'm staying. I don't want to be hopping around. I hate interviewing, so the last thing I want to do is be going through this process all the time. So I want to find somewhere where I can really just grow and establish myself there and find a home, as cheesy as it sounds, and that's the goal there. That's where we're at, but I did want to share that update, and no hard feelings towards that firm at all, and not speaking poorly of them at all. If anything, I just really appreciate the transparency. I respect the transparency a lot, and at the end of the day, that's what I want out of people, is honesty when I'm going through these interview processes about what the culture is like, what the firm is like, the company, and all that stuff, so that I can make the most informed decision that I possibly can. But it did make last week tough. I was just kind of in the dumps and not really feeling optimistic. Just keep in mind, if you're going through the interview process, which I know a lot of y'all are, or if you're just trying to find a job, just trust that you will find the right thing for you. It's gonna take a lot of no's, but if you look at it from another perspective, you're gaining so much valuable interview experience. And each time a place isn't a fit for you, it's one step closer to you finding the right place. And I know that probably isn't the best advice when you're sitting there struggling and you're just really wanting to get a job and really needing to find a job. I think that keeping a positive mindset, though, is so vital, so that you don't just get into a slump and check yourself out of it, So remembering that each rejection is one step closer to the right direction and the right place for you. And that's what I keep telling myself, and it's really helping me. So hopefully it helps some of you guys. And that can be applied to anything in life. That can be applied to friendships, relationships, job hunt, whatever it may be, applying to colleges. It is something that I have continuously ran into through so many different years of my life with different issues and everything. Rejection truly is redirection, and it's one step closer to getting you to where you're meant to be. Sorry for the long chat. I'm not the best at keeping things concise when it comes to this channel. Sorry, not sorry. Thursday and I have been editing this vlog pretty much all day today and also getting some short form content edited for brands. I went to Tab 45 this morning and I tried out a new coffee that y'all saw from Clever. They make kind of like superfood lattes, but they're like instant coffee, but with a lot of benefits in them. And I tried the new pumpkin spice one and it was actually pretty solid because I didn't like add anything to it. So the fact that it was instant and it tasted like pretty freaking good for an instant coffee, I was very impressed. I also have their chai latte that I'm really excited to try. But I am about to journal because I have been meaning to since like last week when everything was happening with my interview process and everything. I got to a point last week where I really just felt so utterly lost, for lack of a better thing or better words to say, feeling very torn between kind of two different paths for myself. And while I'm not feeling as torn anymore, because I know ultimately at the end of the day, whichever path I choose, I know is either way going to help me with my ultimate career goals. And I really wanted to take the time last week to like just process everything I was feeling and just like put it on paper, because I just felt like I was ruminating over it every night when I would lay in bed. And Griffin actually started journaling recently, but he does like voice to text journaling when he's driving from the gym to work in the morning, just in his notes app, so he doesn't have to take the time to write things out. So he's actually inspiring me to get it out of my head and onto paper more. So I'm about to do that. And I think overall with how I'm about to approach journaling, there is a little graphic I found on Pinterest with 20 journal prompts for clarity and direction. And while I know it's not going to solve all my issues, I think it will at least help me organize the chaos that is my brain when it comes to making big decisions. I'm somebody who gets very paralyzed by fear of making the wrong choice, just paralyzed by indecision in general, to where I don't make a decision. So I'm gonna pick a few things from that. I'll leave it on screen so you guys can, I don't know, look at it. And my Pinterest, I think, is always linked down below. And it's on my journal board. And I'm also just gonna be like writing out my stream of consciousness, my thoughts about everything I'm going through. But I think the main prompts I'm going to use: what are your top 5 priorities in life? Is your time divided proportionally? If you had unlimited resources, how would you spend your time? What does this reveal about your true desires? What are your biggest fears and how do they affect your decisions and action? Write about a difficult decision you had to make. What values guided your choice? Reflect on a time when you felt truly fulfilled. What values were you honoring in that moment? Those are kind of like the main ones I'm looking at right now, but I might end up switching it up. But I thought it would be helpful to maybe give you all some inspiration for some journal prompts. Feeling a little bit better now that I journaled, and I just think it's always good to get your thoughts on paper sometimes. Sometimes you just really need to get out of your own head. I was gonna continue this vlog into tomorrow, but I actually have to submit it tomorrow to a brand because I probably will be running a lot of errands tomorrow. I need to get a birthday gift for my mother-in-law because her birthday's Saturday and we're seeing her. I need to make a bunch of returns, and I hope any of you who are in the path of Hurricane Helene are safe and hopefully not experiencing anything too crazy or any damage. I'm thinking of all of you who are in the path. But thank you so much for being here for today's vlog. Be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload, and follow me on social media, link down below. And thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next vlog.